Good morning, explorers. I hope that your morning, afternoon, or evening is finding you well wherever you are in the world. I woke up this morning to a cup of tea instead of a cup of coffee. I have run out of coffee. Anyways, you guys, right now it is 85 degrees outside in my neck of the woods, as we can see. And it is supposed to get up into the 90s today. Looking at the rest of the week, Wednesday it will be 100 degrees. So if you are in North Carolina, make sure you're staying hydrated if you go outside for any amount of time. And that goes for anyone else dealing with high heat across the world. Remember, experts say you should drink 1 cup of water every 15 to 20 minutes to stay hydrated when it is really hot outside, if working outside in the heat or being outside for any long period of time. So, yesterday, Tropical Storm Albert moved across Mexico, and unfortunately, 3 people, 3 of which were minors, have lost their lives during the storm. 2 were electrocuted, and one, being a 15-year-old boy, was swept away by a current. Texas was hit by heavy rain and coastal flooding, and some areas were left under several feet of water. Multiple roads had to be closed due to flooding throughout Corpus Christi, and Governor Greg Abbott issued a disaster declaration for 51 counties and activated 3 platoons of the National Guard. Along the coast there was storm surge, and that should lessen by today. Some cities in Texas saw nearly 3 times their average rainfall for June, some receiving more than 8 inches of rain. Wow, that's a lot of rain. We can see Corpus Christi is right here on Google Earth. So, at this time, there are 2 disturbances, the one being here and one being here. At the time that I did my post this morning, there was one in the Atlantic and one by the Yucatan, and this is the one by the Yucatan here. This is the one off of Florida. The X over the Yucatan, at the time that I did my update this morning, was 50% formation through the next 48 hours and heading west-northwest. So as we look now, we can see that it's still at 50% and it is still headed west-northwest. The X off the coast of Florida is at about 50% to form into a tropical depression in the next 48 hours and is moving west-northwest and expected to reach the coast of Florida or Georgia by tonight. And we can see that one is here, and it has been upgraded to a 60% chance. So, according to this, it says enters should monitor progress. So we're keeping an eye on this because, as you know, a lot of these storms, when they come inland, they tend to turn and go up the coast. So we'll be keeping an eye on that, as I am right about here on this map in front of me. As far as earthquakes today, there have been mostly 2 range to 4 range. The largest earthquake in the past 13 hours is a 5.0 in Papua, Indonesia. And that is falling next to the continental convergent boundary, which is here. And that's the continental convergent boundary. And the area moves easterly at 106 meters per year. So if we're looking at this, we can see down here 106 meters per year. This right here is a continental transform fault. Continental transform boundary is here. If I can get to click again. This is New Guinea here. Then if we go up here, that is one of the boundary plates. And I am not sure what this yellow line is. I'm sorry. Don't know. And then, of course, we have subduction over here. And while I was writing this morning, the Andronov Islands, Aleutian Islands, were hit with a 5.0. This earthquake was listed as 10 kilometers deep, and it struck away from the North American Pacific Convergent Boundary and Subduction Zone, which is down here. So if you can tell, it was in between here and the closest volcano, Jeralai. Jeralai is a stratovolcano, and its last eruption was in 1989. So we'll scroll in on here real quick so you can get an idea of what this volcano looks like. It is a stratovolcano. The next largest earthquake was a 4.8 off Crete, Greece. And this is Crete, Greece here. It was 38 kilometers deep. The earthquake hit on the subduction zone away from the Eurasian African plate and the convergent boundary. The subduction zone is subducting at 9 millimeters per year. So as we look here, we'll see that subduction zone there. And if I can pull it up, anyways, this is, oh, over here, sorry. This is the Eurasian African convergent boundary here, and this area moves at 9 millimeters per year. The last earthquake that I wanted to talk about was a 2.0 in Washington State. Did not mention it during my update this morning, and then we will talk about 3 other earthquakes. This one is happening in Washington State. This is I believe it's the Columbia River. Knapp Landing is over here. Nothing major, just an earthquake I wanted to point out. And is occurring in Washington State. And I'm sure since there's a town over here, some people may have felt it. It also looks like there's a river that comes through here as well with a railroad track. That's Lake River. Okay, so the earthquakes I wanted to talk to you about that occurred in my own town, or in my own state, in other words. There were 3 earthquakes. Two were on the 18th and one was on the 19th. There was a 2.2 and a 2.3 on the 18th, and on the 19th there was a 2.0. This area here is Sparta. This one here was on the 18th. This one here was on the 18th, and this one here was on the 19th. It was a 2.9, 2.3, and a 2.2. I didn't feel these, and these were located in Sparta, North Carolina. This is the area where we had the 5.1 earthquake on August 9th, 2020. 45,000 people reported feeling that earthquake in North Carolina. I felt vibrations from that earthquake here in my own area. There has also been a 4.0 in the Bay of California today. And we'll go down here and show y'all where the Bay of California is. The Bay of California is here. And I'm going to be watching Northern California as activity in the Bay of California does seem to cause movement to California. Anyways, you guys, I wish you all a wonderful day. I was not planning on doing a video, but I decided to go ahead and do one. Please remember to like, subscribe, share my update, and if you feel so in yourselves, please remember to hit that like button and hit the bell icon so you know when I go live. Anyways, you guys, I am posting my update on the coffee site as well as on my website. I have been posting the links for it, but I'll show you what my website looks like. This is my website. It has been updated. This is my newsletter here. And I have posted a newsletter during the last 3 days here. Also on the site, you can find first aid. You can find information for the County of Los Angeles Emergency Survival Guide, which is good for anybody anywhere. You can find links to seismological sites, Facebook groups, and just a plain page for my homepage. Anybody else have any ideas on how to make my homepage better? Hey, give me a shout out and let me know what else you think I could add to my homepage. Anyways, you guys, much love. God bless. If you would like to help, I still do have a PayPal listed below my video, and I am trying to get an oil leak fixed in my car. Anyways, you guys, much love. God bless, and I hope you all have a great and wonderful day.